Hello and welcome to another Facts and Dimensions tutorial video. In this one, I'm going to show you how to connect to the Snowflake database from Excel. So first of all, you need to download the Snowflake ODBC driver. I've gone to developers.snowflake.com ODBC, as you can see here, and I'm using Windows, so I'm going to download the Windows version. I'm clicking on this box here. And I will save that. And I will install it. Okay, now that's installed. Go to ODBC 64-bit, and then you can add a new DSN. If the computer you're using is going to be accessed by lots of users, you'll want to do a system DSN. If it's just you logging onto this computer, then user DSN is fine. Then pick from the Snowflake DSI driver, which is the one you just installed, and then you fill this in. So start by giving the data source a name, like FAD for Facts and Dimensions. Then in the server, log into your Snowflake account. And by the way, if you haven't got a Snowflake account yet, go to signup.snowflake.com and go through the process there and connect to one of the UK ones, or if you're in the EU, the Frankfurt one, because that's where we have our data anyway. So I'm going to log in. That's my username and password. That's the same one I need to use for the driver, but I also need this. So when you've logged into your account, and you have to be a user with account admin access, click on admin, then accounts, then the account you're connecting to, 3 dots, manage URLs, copy the URL not including the https // so just the bit after https : / copy that, put that here in server, and then put the number 6 in tracing. I'm not sure why I do that, but I always have done. Click OK. So you've got the data source name, FAD, server, copy that from here, and then 6 there. Click OK, then click OK. Then open Excel, and you can connect not just from Excel, but from Microsoft Access or Python, PyODBC, anything really. I'm doing it from Excel. Data, get data from other sources, ODBC. That took a few seconds to appear. I'll just pause the video so you don't have to wait for the video. In the data source name, just pick out the one that you just made. I call it FAD, if you remember, and there it is. Click OK. That could take a few seconds. I'll pause the video so we don't have a long wait. Okay, that came up as soon as I clicked pause. Then just put the same username and password you used to log into your Snowflake account. Now, this username and password I'm using is for a demo Snowflake account I'd set up for the Big Data London, and I'm connecting with the same account that I set up that demo account with, which has account admin access. I'm not actually sure exactly what permissions you need to be able to connect from an ODBC. If anyone asks us on our Facts and Dimensions forum, I'll make another video about it, but otherwise, if you just Google, if you get stuck, then I'm sure you'll get there. Click connect. Okay. Of course, for me to connect to my database, I'll need to actually make a database. So I'll do that now. So if you want to try try with connecting to our database. In your Snowflake account, look for facts and dimensions in the list. If you have access to the TRUD data, you'd have already liaised with us about that. If you do, then you can connect to this one. Otherwise, use the pay-as-you-go one, which has all the data except for the not open data. So I'm going to do this one, and then just make an account, fill this in so that I can do it. Okey-doke. Request it. Now that request will go to the facts and dimensions company. I'll just pause the video and go and accept my request. Okay, that just took a few seconds. I've just done it now. So at this point, so facts and dimensions will have emailed you to let you know that you have access, and you can just refresh this screen. And that request button will have changed to a get button. There it is. Click get again, and query data. So you can query all this data in Snowflake, but this is we're doing this in Excel, so let's go over to Excel. If I just refresh that, then the database I've just added will appear. There it is. And then if I expand that to reveal all the views, at time of recording, October 2024, there's about just under 7,000 tables, half of which are facts and half of which are dimensions. And that's just going to keep growing and growing and growing. And we're now just adding Portugal as it happens. We did a few Southeast Asian ones. Yeah, just keep getting bigger and bigger. Be a great database. Okay, go and find a video, a table you're interested in. I'm going to do the Portugal one actually, because I just happen to have been playing with that not long ago. There we go. Let's pick one of these. Then instead of picking load, oh no, do load. That's it. Yeah. Load. That'll do. Okay, so that's the current data in the table. That's pretty much it. Whenever you know there's new data coming out, which for facts and dimensions customers, you would use the table in the release details schema. I'll just show you that now actually. Start from release details dot release details by dataset. This table lists all the tables we have in the catalog, along with what data has been loaded in recently. So you could just, order by, upload it to Azure, because that's where we process data, and then it's all synced to Snowflake, or order by one of order by whichever column it is you're interested in, to see what new data's come out. Anyway, so here's the data here, and with Excel, you would just want to refresh it when you know there's new data by just clicking that. That will refresh the query. You can see it's doing it there. And you might want to do, pivot tables or whatever based on that data. And if that if this data when you refresh it, new data appears, then you'd refresh it, and that would just reflect it here in this pivot table. Incidentally, with pivot tables, you'd want to make a named range that grows in line with the source data, but that's out of the scope of this video. But hopefully that all makes sense. Any questions, give us a shout. I can always do more videos. Happy to do that. Thanks very much.